spring, they will return to the same stone shelter and fire ring. But for now, the valleys are left to the Barul. For last year's young, this will be the ultimate test of their fitness. During the winter, it will not be enough to survive the bitter cold. They must also fend off attacks from the stealthy snow leopard. The snow leopard accompanies the snow line as it moves down from the peaks and into the valleys. Leaving their alpine pastures behind, the nomads descend through the tree line to their winter villages. As the temperatures drop, red pandas consume about 30% of their weight daily. In addition to their usual diet of bamboo, they gorge on high-energy berries. Resembling a raccoon, a red panda must learn to avoid the thorns that come with this late-season treat. Change sweeps across the entire kingdom of Bhutan. With the exception of the marmots, who hibernate, and the hardy Barul, everybody heads south, following the torrents of water off the high ground. As autumn comes to an end in Bhutan's capital, Thimphu, the kingdom's monks begin their own ritual departure. Each year, they leave their summer monastery for winter quarters in the valley below. Sacred relics accompany the procession, as the populace turns out to seek the blessings of Bhutan's supreme religious leader, the Je Khenpo. The date for this human migration is set according to a special Buddhist calendar. And as if following the same calendar, black-necked cranes, which have summered high in Tibet, begin their own epic journey to the south. In Bhutan, events in the human and natural world turn on the same seasonal wheel, while the Buddhist belief in reincarnation links all of creation in an even greater cycle. The Buddhist philosophy of reincarnation places all living things, from the humblest to the highest, in one continuous chain of birth, life, and death. All life belongs to this spiritual procession, and all living things are linked in the common purpose of achieving nirvana, or enlightenment. Showing compassion and loving kindness for all living things, whether sublime or abject, is thought to cultivate a greater sense of connection with this world and enlightenment in the next. The black-necked cranes have their own monastery, which they return to each year. It is called Ganti Gampa and sits above their marshland destination in central Bhutan. Inside, monks pray for the safe return of the birds they revere as bodhisattva, beings which have achieved their own enlightenment but seek to help others on their path. Wherever they are found, cranes have always been a symbol of longevity. One of the most mysterious birds, the black-necked crane, is believed to have an incredibly long lifespan. It is no wonder that the cranes are thought to have the kind of wisdom that comes only with life experience and many past lives. Just like the Buddhist pilgrims, the cranes circle the monastery 3 times in a clockwise direction, announcing their arrival and devotion to this place. After their long journey, the cranes begin a ritual dance. They throw clumps of mud to one another in a mysterious ceremony that seems to reaffirm their lifelong bond. The cranes are territorial, so boundaries are quickly defined. The marsh becomes an aggressively contested piece of real estate. The conflicts here are purely between the cranes. The Bhutanese revere these elegant birds. In the Povjika Valley, as in all of Bhutan, the cranes are protected. Since pairs mate for life, the arrival of a solitary bird can be a sobering sight. In this peaceful community, the crane is held in the highest esteem. During the day, the cranes feed in the surrounding fields and take whatever bounty remains from the recent harvest. Each night, these ethereal birds return to the safety of the marsh beneath the protective walls of the monastery.